channel.
Hey, you know what time it is?
What time is it, man?
Welcome everyone to another episode of Beatdown, the segment and channel where two worlds collide. I am your host, Flash, and this is my co-host.
Mr. J, what's going on, guys? We are back at it again with another one for you. And we would like to remind you, if you like these videos or this content, go in the section below. Subscribe so you can get all the latest notifications. Share, like, comment.
Yeah. And just kind of an FYI, because I made a mistake, guys. If you guys remember, I put a video a long time ago giving us a list of all the villains and anti-heroes that were going to be on it. And I forgot the last 3 round characters before the first round till we get to the next round. I guess you call it the semifinals. So I'm not going to explain all the details, but pretty much, long story short, there are 3 matches we're going to bring out today that are supposed to be before Big Barda and the Lobo second round. So we're just gonna put those aside for now. I'll reorganize the playlist. Don't worry, guys. So that way you guys have the perfect organized order. And now we're just gonna get into it. So I'm gonna start things off by representing DC Comics Anti-Monitor.
Alone, I have conquered an entire universe and reduced trillions of planets to antimatter.
All right, now we're gonna get into the brief origin story. So, Anti-Monitor. He starts off actually like not even created. Somebody named Chrono, a mad scientist or a regular scientist, wanted to see the creation of life. He invented some kind of device that would do that. Unfortunately, like every crazy person that thinks that's a good idea, things go haywire. And the device explodes, destroys the planet, and through the process of destroying the planet, it creates something with the device and the explosion of the planet. And you get Anti-Monitor. And that is the brief origin story of Anti-Monitor. I didn't even have to do a super brief. That's actually just an origin story. So now we're going to get into the powers, abilities, and features. This one's kind of interesting because it's a short list, but it's a very impressive list. Okay. Invulnerability, durability, alien technology, immortality, energy manipulation, matter manipulation, super strength, vast size, energy blast, reality alternation, extreme cosmic power, genius intellect with universal awareness, non-invulnerability with armor that is almost unbreakable, has consumed many universes with his energy absorption. Okay, so some of his feats. He changed Flash into one of his own minions to do his bidding and to take out Darkseid for him. And he did. Defeated the entire DC heroes alone. Let me just take a pause for a second for you guys to just scratch that. He took on the entire DC roster. Superman, Supergirl, he took on Martian Manhunter, he took on, if there's a DC's Hercules, he took on everyone. Okay, everyone. Okay, that's crazy. All right, has changed the DC universe more than one occasion. Okay, himself, he's done it with Spectre, he did it with his brother. I mean, this guy has changed the universe many, many times. But yeah, those are some of his impressive feats. All right, so let's get into the brief origin, endgame. Sorry, all cross-headed here. All right, so for the endgame part, let's talk about Ego the planet. He's a planet. That's pretty impressive. But Anti-Monitor literally can't even fit in our universe. Okay, he exists outside of our universe, other universes, the sphere. There's a whole map that he lives outside of it because he's too huge to fit in. He has to make like small little avatars of himself so he can go into planets or other universes. So safe to say, something that can't even fit in our universe go against something with the size of a planet. I'm gonna say that Anti-Monitor is definitely a threat you don't want to mess with. Now, some of the things I have to also add on to that is he took out the universes not only once or more. He's done it more than one occasion, which means he's probably done more than Ego has done. Ego has probably set out to do that type of goal of ambition where he would take out several planets, but we're talking about the universe. He didn't just take out planets, he took out the entire existence of it. So it's safe to say that Anti-Monitor is definitely one of those threat levels that I don't think Ego can really mess with. considering the fact that if this man has this being, or whatever you want to call it, is able to change universes, he's definitely going to be able to wipe out a planet. So it's safe to say that if you put Anti-Monitor against Ego, and let's say Anti-Monitor is just like floating in space while he's fighting Ego, or he decides to go into him with him, he can get inside his planet. He probably could. He could throw down with him. He has the full power that's over the top cosmic level. Alternating ending type of power. So I do believe that if he gets one landing on Ego the planet hard enough, he could put Ego the planet down for the count in that way. Another couple things I have to add is that not a lot of people have beaten Anti-Monitor. They don't use him as much because he's that much of a threat that it would be kind of a little off-putting if he was fought with like average heroes every now and then and they beat him. It wouldn't be that impressive. But since he's only been there a handful of times, he's proven time and time again that he's altered universes, which means that he's a tough guy to face. Again, he's proven as he fought God's wrath. That is the Spectre, mano a mano. On occasions, the Spectre couldn't hold his own against Anti-Monitor in that way. Another thing that Anti-Monitor can do is take Ego the planet out of his own element. Take him out of that universe, take him to another universe. There you go. Put him in a place where the atmosphere might weaken him, might not be strong for him, might be less for him to handle. It might, in any way, it could affect Ego the planet in any kind of form where Anti-Monitor can take advantage of it and just throw it and beat the crap out of him from there. Either way, I do believe that that Anti-Monitor has a lot more alternating opportunity or alternating options than Ego the planet might have in these situations. And again, I'll make this final point is Anti-Monitor. I mean, I guess there's not really much I have to say with this. Okay, Ego the planet is impressive because he's a planet, but Anti-Monitor has wiped out universes. So I think that safe to say that if Anti-Monitor decided to give him the whole swing, that one good swing, he could just wipe him out of existence. I mean, if he wipes him out, that's it. It's a KO right there, and that's Anti-Monitor for the victory there.
You be the first I consume.
Okay, well, as he has already mentioned, my contestant today will be Ego the Living Planet.
Ego has graced this galaxy with his luminous presence.
Now, guys, I kind of got boned in this one. I'm not sure if I can say that on YouTube or not, but we're going to find out. Anyway, yeah. Going against Antimatter is going to be a challenge in and itself. Ego is definitely going to have to pull something out of his hat. Now, I'm not going to go into the entire origin of Ego, but I will give you a little bit of what it's about. Ego is essentially a celestial. He was parentless, he just had no form, he had no body. He was essentially just a living brain floating throughout the universe. As over time, occurred and, things accumulated, he had learned how to pull molecules towards himself. And in doing so, he kind of just formed this cover or a sheath, he had
like layer.
He had been able to layer and layer and layer and layer, eventually turning himself into a living planet. And that is pretty much, in a nutshell, Ego's origin. His powers and his abilities, they are impressive. Is it enough to defeat Antimatter? Probably not, but we're going to definitely try. Now, he can warp reality on a molecular level. Not many super beings can do that, but Ego can. He can change his entire surface to whatever material he chooses. Obviously, we kind of talked about this maybe before, but he can shield himself from attacks. He can also spread tentacles that can reach out and grab you. They're capable of destroying spaceships, actually. He can basically absorb beings and swallow them whole. What I mean by that is he absorbs the energy or their life force. He can create humanoids of himself. He has a beam, like a little energy beam that shoots out of his giant forehead. This is basically it's capable of destroying star systems. So I want to say that's gonna have to be his big punch. He's gonna have to hit Antimatter with that, and now we're gonna go into the end game a little bit. Ego's gonna try to have to keep antimatter distracted, and what I mean by that is he's gonna have to try to maybe create. I don't know if he can do this or not. This is the big test. I know he can create one individual based off of Ego in the film, at least. I don't know entirely enough about him in the comics, but if he can create more than one humanoid of himself to try to keep antimatter distracted or like not watching completely what he's doing, keep him distracted, try to keep him whole and in one place, and then just basically hit him with the giant killer laser beam. If that doesn't work, then yeah, Ego's kind of screwed, because like he said, antimatter doesn't even fit in the universe. He has to like live outside of it. And Ego's big. He's a planet, and he is extremely impressive. However, is it enough to win this fight? I'm not sure. But that is the strategy going into it. Yeah, sorry guys. We definitely we got the short straw on this one. I'll say that.
Well, I mean, like, there is something to add on to that is the Celestial thing. I mean, Celestials are known to be the Marvel comic creators. I mean, in this technical sense. So is there a possibility he has that capability to do that alternating universe changing type of thing? Maybe. There is that possibility. Maybe if he's thrown into a full fight with someone with that kind of like power at him, he might go like full beast mode, like Super Saiyan, like, you know how Goku goes all the way. But there's like saying 700 or something at this point, and he's like at that other level. Maybe Ego put in a corner, pressured into some environment against something much more stronger than something he's ever faced before, might gather all that energy of the universe and decide, I'm gonna take this one good blast and shoot this damn one.
Yeah, I mean that's basically just, I guess, somewhat the strategy. He's gonna have to use that beam to at least weaken antimatter. Hopefully that would at least be enough to weaken him enough to mobilize him, and then Ego could launch another humanoid to try to finish him off. Because the humanoids are actually pretty strong. They're not weak. They actually have I don't know if they have the full range of Ego's power, but they're definitely strong.
Yeah, I mean, in a weekend, if Antimatter takes a hit from like a universal cosmic power blast from Ego, and Ego channels that power and hits him with it, Antimatter is gonna feel that. It's not. I mean, you're an alternate. You change universes. I'm sure you're gonna feel an impact of something like that coming at you, and really feeling that might's gonna put you at a weakened state. And yeah, there is that possibility of him bringing his humanoids and going, bam, let's just finish him off right here. And I mean, KO, maybe. There might be a possibility. Not a lot of people have done it, but Ego the Planet might.
You mean nothing to Ego. All you have gained is a clear view of the destruction of your world.
I give him the chance. I'll throw the Hail Mary, and I'll launch the giant laser beam.
It's not even up to me. And it's not up to Mr. J. It's up to you guys. So even if I make the case, or he makes the case, it's always going to be you guys who make the vote. Even if his argument, even if it doesn't feel like one's good over the other, it doesn't matter. You guys get to decide. It's like, nah, I like Ego better. We shall see.
Great.
Yeah. So if you guys liked my argument, you know what you can do? You can hashtag Antimatter. And if you like my boy's argument, what can you do, brother?
Hashtag Ego.
All right. And as always, no first fan, we really appreciate you guys. Catch you guys later.